Hello, today I'm going to present VelPAK and Velit to you in 10 minutes. And VelPAK is a tool for advanced depth conversion, and it's also an uncertainty analysis toolkit as well. So let's get into this and show you why you might be interested to find out more. Now, VelPAK can be summarized in one word, and that is accuracy. The software has been designed to help you create very accurate velocity models, and this then has big implications for saving you money. Now, one of the key things with having VelPAK on the Kingdom platform, or the same software as Velit on the Petrel platform, is that we are really aiming to provide you with the technology for the accurate assessment of time to depth conversion. And let's just kind of get into the reality of things. You know, you might have your own way of doing things. You might be in a situation whereby, you don't want to necessarily learn new software, and so on and so forth. But what having this technology really is a cost-effective investment. And here what we're really discussing is the implications for getting this right. And the software costs about as much as about 30 minutes drilling time. And here we can actually save millions versus misplaced wells, which is the cheapest saving potentially. We can provide robust P10, P50, P90 volumetric range calculations for your prospects, and this is how whole companies are valued, so this can be very significant. And then lastly, we can accurately determine the location of hazards in depth. So the key thing here is the potential avoided health and safety costs again can potentially sink companies, but we won't go into too much more detail. So why should you be interested? Well, we can help you do the job right first time. With depth conversion, this is one of the most significant elements. Now, as we understand it, there isn't really a competing software product in this space, and this is why. Now, we've got easy to use data loading wizard, so you can get all of your data in to make your models very quickly and efficiently. These will make a static layer cake depth conversion model that you can apply a number of different tools to. Now, within the software, once you've loaded the data, we then have a number of QC tools, but mostly the QC would be done in the parent package of either Kingdom or Petrel to really condition the data, and then the process of depth conversion is really using the software almost to work to your best technical case model, which is kind of an iterative, almost QC process in its own right. Now here we can see that we've got new technology in the way that we have created the interface for the customer. We've got a guided wizard interface, and this not only will step you through the software, but if you've got more junior members of your team, it will also guide them through with pictures and descriptions of exactly what they're doing. So it really opens up the software to any level of user experience throughout your organization. Now, one of the strengths of the package is the large selection of analytical tools in the toolkit, and we have the ability to plot data in all sorts of different ways for you to really get an understanding of it in a number of different domains. And to this end, we also have the ability to customize the interface, so you can split up the different modules that make up the software, and they're all dynamically linked together, so you can see your plots on a graph, you can see them link spatially on a map, and you can see trends in the well at the same time. So this gives you a lot of power and control over what you might be able to do in Kingdom and Petrel / Microsoft Excel. Now, within the toolkit, we've got patented technology, and this comes from the teachings of Dr. Al-Chalabi. Now there are other optimizing technologies in the marketplace, but his technology goes one step further, and that actually enables you to fit the depth conversion models to the real time depth data. This is one of the key elements of making these very, very technically accurate depth conversion models. Now, one of the main advances with the software over what you might be able to do is the leveraging of both your well data and your seismic velocity data. So here we can see that we can create pseudo wells, which enable us to have additional control points away from our wells, but they can also show us trends in the seismic processing velocities that may guide your layering and enable you to create layer cake models which more accurately reflect these velocity changes that you might not pick up in the wells necessarily. Now, with all of that, with all of the different functions and so on that you are probing the data to try and get a best technical case for, there is this question around the best, in inverted commas, function per layer. Now, we've brought out what we call the combinations tool. This requires a minimum of 6 wells, and for this, it enables you to stack a number of different functions against each other and turn on and off a number of them through increasing numbers of wells being dropped, kind of like a blind well test. And what this will do for you is show you the most stable velocity function against all of the others. So we now have this ability to deterministically round down on the best fit function per layer. Now, when you're using the software and you're working through the wizard, you'll then come to a point whereby you might want to try more non-standard techniques, as it were. You might want to really understand exactly how the software is being coming to its answers. And here you have a no black box philosophy for the design. So you can click on each of the elements of the workflow and really see exactly what's going on. With the workflow system, we then have the ability to distribute this around teams. We can use this for audit trail purposes, and we can also use this for the creation of a number of different case scenarios around our best technical case. So here we can say make a 500 or 1,000 multiple realizations. We can assess the quality of our best technical case, our M0, model 0, against our P10, P50, and P90, and we can get an understanding of the volumetric ranges. We then have lever analysis tool, which enables you to really tighten up these so you can get very, very accurate models created and a good understanding of exactly the situation that is going on at reservoir. Now, further down the supply chain, you may require upscaled velocity models over those that you would typically use for drilling. And here we have the ability to use our high-def tool, which is all part of VelPAK. And this will take the trend in the well, so the fine detail of the log level detail, and propagate that through our velocity volume, giving us fine control, and we're able to change the parameters within each of the layers to be able to give us a really finely detailed upscaled model. And if all of that isn't enough, we then have the ability to tackle any sort of geological complexity using our 2D profile mode. Now, just to show you very quickly, here you can see in the wizard we can run, we've got the most commonly used depth conversion techniques. We can press next through the wizard. Here you can see that we've got these different help screens all attached. We can generate a function. From here we have this very easy ability to bring out the different modules so you can see exactly what's going on and make your assessments. And through here you then have the ability to press next, and the wizard will guide you through so you can work with error correction if you want. Here this would be where you do volumetrics later on. You can save all of the data, just press next, next, and done. So as you can see, it's got a very easy to use interface. I've just shown you there. And for this, if you'd like to know any more, then please let us know and we can set up a more detailed overview presentation for you. Thank you very much.